Hello and welcome back to the world of RimWorld, the Hungover series, with your guide Nick at Night. We just finished improving the interiors of our living spaces for all of our colonists last, and also set down some extra hydroponic basins to increase our food. And we noticed up north there is another geothermal geyser, which we could use to increase our power output so that we could potentially do even more hydroponics indoors, because it is highly ineffective power-wise. This light bulb alone uses almost a third of the power that we produce from one geothermal. It's half, actually. My bad. So the idea is that potentially I am going to be digging a line up here, probably having to put in some defenses or even seal the wall back up after we get a electric line to run out to the geothermal and then back into here so that we can maintain the stable power. So with that, we are going to start this episode by digging a nice long hallway down to our potential very wonderful geothermal site. We're going to have two hallways. We'll connect them up probably, and we'll have access and run it probably down a hallway, one of the walls in the hallway. So we have three Dave Giggles DC are all sitting around idle. So we are going to hopefully with turning on all the jobs, the new jobs for mining and constructing these basins, they seem to have picked up and going to work. We lost our heal root. As soon as we finish this, I want to select having heal root, just because we really have been really on the shattering edge of having absolutely no way of healing our people at all, and that has been incredibly dangerous this entire time. I've had to worry because it seems to be about every 10 to 20 days we get attacked pretty brutally, even by whoever it seems to be. It seems to be pirates, it seems to be raiders, tribesmen, slavers. So we wanted to be able to build more turrets out here, which we're going to have to go find more steel to do so. And we're also going to need to... we just struck a gold vein. So we're going to actually stockpile some gold from this, most likely. Oh, that's awesome. And we are going to need more components and metal in order to make our next geothermal geyser. We have just about mined out all of our other locations down here in the south, so I'm going to start looking over here. It appears that we have some more locations close by our base that still have steel that we can mine out and use in order to build all those things. Next, after this, we're probably going to plan on looking at a cargo pod full of berries. Excellent. Honestly, when it comes to food dropping down, having it fall out of the sky in wintertime, not a big deal. Really awesome because the food won't spoil. It will take some damage, especially, from various animals come around and eat it. I haven't looked lately to see if there's basically only animals that are very dangerous outside. I haven't noticed. There's a warg, that's dangerous. Bear. A lot of the animals that we would normally be hunting are gone. Oh. Who's this? This must have been one of the traders that came by to see us, or somebody passing through and must have gotten attacked and killed by a animal, I'm assuming. That's really a bummer. Where are they from? Multiplication at the desert. So I'm actually on decent terms with them. Not great, but not bad. Alright. We will strip and unforbid. So hopefully our guys will go out there and grab what, if we need anything from that. I'm thinking, no. For a while I was thinking about making more places for our colonists to sit down, but I decided not to, in the fact that really they're on two separate shifts. Really, the night owls and the people that are up during the day. Minor break wrist. Here, why don't you stop, Travismo, so that you can go outside and feel happy. Feeling terrible, hideous environment. Yeah. We have compact machinery here. Why don't we dig that out so that we have that stockpiled for us? Alright. Looks like our guys have just about dug through at the point where we'll connect everything up here at the top. This is great because I could put in a handful of little areas for these sun lamps so we could produce food internally. It's just about the right size and everything. Trying to figure out which way I should bring power down. On this side, on that side. Maybe I'll bring power down directly that way. Might be a bit easier. Yeah, let's do that. We'll dig this side out up here, and then we'll run power in a wall directly down there. And we'll allow for a handful of small sculptures to be made. Food binge. Nate is pigging out on food. He final straw with this hideous environment, so he is going to eat crazy amounts of food. Interesting. That is, I have not seen that before. I'm so upset because it looks so ugly. I need to eat so much food until I burst. Wasn't expecting to see that. Nope, not at all. Oh well. Let's create our slate wall going up the side here. And we're going to run power through that wall all the way down. I just realized I need to mine that out to be able to run power down it. Unless I do like a door here, kind of like a airlock or a barrier in case someone were to break in or something like that, which we could do and run power across down the other direction. Either one has good potential, and probably I should do that. How are we doing on power? Whoa. Why are we so negative on power? We're about to run out of power here. Bad. Is it because of these hydroponic basins? Exotic goods trader. Caravan. Okay, so this is a caravan from that guy, or I'm not sure if it was a man or a lady, who we found dead out there with all their gear, and we just went and scavenged it all up. But I should increase the stockpile for the fridge just a little bit. Everything helps. I wonder. Nah, sleeping in the dark isn't that big of a deal. It's if they spend a lot of time in there and they don't have a lamp, they seem to get quite antsy, or at least upset to some level. But putting down these floors will hugely help people's feeling about the room and the space and everything else. Not only that, it also increases the speed at which they move. Oh no. Breakdown battery. Shoot. That's really bad. No, you're not a... Brando, where are you? Where are you, Brando? I can rely on you to fix this. We are out of power. That's really bad. So the temperature is going to start dropping, and if this light turns off, we're in bad shape, because it actually affects the plant's ability to grow, and if it stays off long enough, like these potatoes, they'll actually become damaged. Well, at least they're harvesting most of it, so no big deal there, I guess. A mysterious blight has destroyed your crops. Ah, seriously? I was just starting to get some food. Rimworld is a mean mistress, I'll tell you what. But it's okay. We will prevail. Anyways, we should send up. Travismo, do you have to be sleeping now? It's that day part of the day. Well, I'm gonna wake you up just to trade real quick and you can go back to sleep. I'm sorry if I debuff you with a negative mood modifier. Not my intention. Emu shoddy pants. See if there's anything else to sell them. I could sell my Glitter World medicine. I never seem to be able to get really good prices to sell to somebody. They're always far more interested in... Do I have a warg? I have a warg. I was completely unaware of the fact that I had a warg. Huh. Okay. I'm going to start training that warg. Because that could be a very good hunting animal. A dog or... yeah. Wow. Had no idea. Okay. Well, we didn't need to trade much with Del. Oh, yeah. Warg just self-tamed. Great. We are going to have you have obedience, hauling, and we'll teach you rescue if you do really well later. Or maybe release. Help protect your master. Do we have any steel? We have silver. I'm not seeing any steel. Alright. I think we need to start mining steel. Because we need steel quite badly in order to be able to build even a single wind generator, anything. We need more steel for more power because we cannot have these light bulbs that are feeding these plants going out. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable, you hear me? More power. More power. I'm contemplating about putting a solar power generator somewhere over here just to pick up a little bit more power when the daylight is up. Because at least in the daylight you are guaranteed an X amount of power. I don't know. Just don't have the we just don't have the steel for that. We really don't. It's a bummer. If the wind blows really well like it is now, we're generating enough power that we are storing some. But man, having that line blow up and lose all our power earlier, that really messed with us. It's hard to be able to support the infrastructure we have going on in there when we cannot seem to be able to power it because it requires a lot of excess energy. Minor break. Who's that? Brando again? You were rebuffed. Dave in DC again. Was wooed by Giggles. Brando rejected her advance. So this is quite interesting. We have a female character who is just smitten with Brando. And he is definitely not interested in women in any way. That's so funny. Poor girl, poor guy. Oh well. Let's continue here. I was just thinking about I probably should carve out another bedroom here and then make a line probably cutting across. Make a bedroom there, just in case we ended up taking on another colonist, someone fell out of the sky, that kind of thing. Come on, Warg. Anna, do your job. Teach the ward manners. Or, well, how to do stuff. I'm waiting for the opportunity that I have the chance to actually rename the animals, which you can't, which I think would be a lot of fun. I could name them after subs. But that day will come, I'm sure. Just gonna have to wait for it. That's not good. Yeah, this is what I think I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna just cut a path kind of outside that doorway. I'm not gonna have him finish it. Like, he can go part of the way. Well, maybe a little bit more than that. And then we are gonna start working on the geyser and getting all that done, and then once that's finished, we'll lock it up, fill it full of concrete. Hopefully no one wants to ever come back through that direction again. But we don't have enough steel as of right now in order to make that geothermal. I got 57 steel. Not even close. Not even close to enough. Tattered apparel. Who is wearing tattered apparel? Brando. If you're wearing... Why don't you just take off what you're wearing and get something new? Ah. It's an armored vest. That's what's making you upset. Interesting. What about you? Is the cloth toque not good enough anymore? Below 40%. Alright, let's see. Ooh, Giggles and Erwin have come together and are now lovers. That's interesting because Giggles has been going after Brando this entire stream that she's here. And Erwin hasn't really seemed to engage with anybody. That's quite interesting. Oh, does this mean that they want to... Yeah. Okay, where is their bedroom? Dave's bedroom. Erwin's bedroom's right here. Giggles' bedroom. Which one's bigger? Good question. Huh. This is wealthier because of the statue, but I'm just trying to figure out which one would be better to build a new bed in. We're gonna end up with a new bedroom now because they actually want to sleep together, and that means they're gonna have their own bed together, which is fine. Okay, we're gonna uninstall that, and we're gonna have someone put in a new bed in Giggles' bedroom. No, not there. Shoot, where do I put that thing? I can put it all the way at the end. Yeah, just put it all the way at the end. And they can have the bedroom at the end of the hall, so if they're making noise and having a good time, they're not waking anybody or messing with anybody's emotional state. You know, you don't have someone banging on the wall next door. If I ain't getting none, you ain't getting none. So... Nate has gotten sick from the plague. Ensure you have a medical bed and a doctor. Nate gets proper treatment and spends as much time in a bed as possible. Oh, crap. Oh, no. Anna has gotten sick from the plague as well. Shoot. This is what I was worried about. we don't really have the medicine for this. I have 1 herbal medicine. 5. I have 5 herbal medicine. It's nothing. Nothing. Okay. I'm gonna set Giggles and Erwin together down there to that bedroom, so I can turn this into a full-time hospital bed for Anna. I'm gonna run some power. Let's see. Shoot. How do I get power over there? I struggled with this earlier. Oh, screw it. I'll just run a line like that. And Anna can receive... Hold up. Plague, minor untreated. What kind of bed is this? This is a good bed. Good. Great, actually. An excellent bed would be better. But whose bedroom is this? Dave's. Where's Nate's bedroom? Nate's bedroom. He's sleeping on a good bed also. Alright. I'm gonna set Nate. Unassign Dave. Set Nate here and make it a medical bed. Because in an excellent bed, they will actually gain immunity factor a lot faster. It's only 5%, but when you're dealing... Oh, no. It does not change the immunity factor at all. Okay, that... It's just rest effectiveness. Alright, whatever. In a moderate amount of pain, disturbed sleep. I feel for you. So, unfortunately, she was my doctor. So, after her, I believe is Dave. Yes. Minor break. DC and Dave are gonna have to be treating Anna and Nate. Nate, where are you? Okay, good, you're in bed. That's what needs to be done. Sick, disturbed sleep, in pain, wearing worn out clothes. What clothes are you wearing? Is it the hat? Okay. You're going to go pick up a new hat. Okay, great. Just go back to bed. It's fine. Dave is also wearing tattered clothing. Which is so crazy. Oh, it's that armored vest again. It's so weird. So interesting. Dave and Anna are actually ex-lovers. And now he is taking care of her. That's so sweet. Alright. Buffy? Oh, that's the name of our warg, which should be an awesome fighter, I assume. Have you made any more sculptures, perchance, Erwin? Potentially? We need more sculptures, probably to put in here with our unhappy sick people, so that they feel better. At least that's what we're thinking. We are going to put in a door, a slate wall right here. Cargo pod, new cargo. What is this? Camel hair. Okay, camel hair. Camel hair sweaters. I dig it. I'm in. Let's make this happen. All right, new walls. I'm just trying to section off this upper section from down here because we have heaters, we're trying to keep the food and the people warm. But up here right now, there's nothing going on, and it's just leaking the heat out of the rooms. So I wanted to just section it off so we don't have to worry about that. Are you unhappy that you're wearing a cloth toque that is 44% still? Is that the issue? Okay. Make pants, jacket, duster, parka. No need for the cowboy hat for now. All right, someone will make hopefully some new clothes, because by George, we need them. Some new clothes would be helpful. Okay, so we don't have cloth. We don't have goat hide. We have deer? No. Alpaca? Nope, not enough. Turkey? Nope. Emu? Nope. It's interesting. Trying to find muffalo leather. No. Oh, we must be using all of this stuff in order to create clothes. Yeah, look at him go. Making clothes like a champ. Go Giggles. What is your skill in crafting? An 8. That's fine. If you make decent stuff, I won't yell at you. Or will I? No, I'm kidding. Let's make sure our guys are okay. Sick, night owl, in daytime. No, technically you're sleeping. Right? Yeah. Joy deprived. Yeah, that's a danger. In a moderate amount of pain. Wearing... Well, just take off the freaking toque, man. No, go back to bed. Where are you going? No, go back to bed. Rest until healed. I just don't want you to have a negative mood bonus for having some crappy clothes or something you don't like. Awesome. So we have finished carpet making. Next, we're going to get hospital beds, because had I gone with that, we'd have hospital beds to build to help support the health of our lovely plague-infected individuals. Wow. They have major plague, both of them. Their immunity is both around 70%. And we have one herbal medicine left. Gosh. Each of them are getting... Okay. Okay, great. They were both treated for a little while. I'm going to give you regular medicine, Nate. Hopefully to stem the tide. Plague, I've seen kill characters in the past, so do not want that to happen. Alright, we're making meals, we're gathering food. Everything's going pretty decently. Nathan was actually the one mining our steel out here earlier, so I'm just gonna re-queue that up. Go back to mining that when he comes back out, or somebody else. Does not matter. Just need more steel. Alright, our power actually has been growing a decent amount. It's not awesome, but it's not terrible. It's more or less stable, which is fine. Alright, minor break wrist. Very joy deprived, in a moderate amount of pain, feeling bad, sick. I don't really expect you to... Oh, do you get joy now from having them have conversations? I did not know that. That's new. That is something new that they must have added, where you actually will get joy from interacting with someone else, a colony member. That's great. Oh, I'm gonna send Travismo in to see everybody because he's got super high social skills. He can make everybody feel really happy. Well, so does Anna. Let's see. That's really cool. I had no idea that you could get joy from talking. That is really quite wonderful. Let's see. Extreme plague. Oh, but they're at their last 2%. Perfect. No big deal. I'm gonna turn off their medication. Yeah. No big deal. Developed immunity already. Great. Great. This is awesome news. Perfect. Now I don't have to worry about them dying from plague. They just don't feel well now. Probably for a little while. Don't feel well, I feel sick. But they've developed immunity, so they will live. That's perfect. Great news. Excellent news. Major break risk. Alright, Anna. I'm gonna get you up. And you can do whatever you so like. Both of you. Oh, Anna's going back to sleep. Alright. You were having a near mood break, so I thought I'd let you up. Nate took the bigger room. Oh, the irony. We're feeding Nate still. Feeling bad. Disturbed sleep, yeah. Wow. Is it snowing outside? Gentle snow. Quite cool. Travismo's out there mining away. Looks like we've already collected chunks of the spacecraft that had fallen, which is great because you get steel and components for building, which is super useful. Spring has sprung. Cargo pod has fallen. Devil Strand. Wonderful. We're going to make some nice tough clothing out of that. Area revealed. Oh, there's like a little internal cave in there while they were mining away. 7 degrees outside. How are they doing? Are they cold? In darkness. Nope. In the darkness. Sick. Why don't you go back in, Nate? Alright. Look at you, Anna. Such a tough little cookie. Your mining skills actually improved significantly since she's shown up with us. Alright. So spring is around the corner. I don't believe we get to plant until the 11th of spring. So we still have a few days to figure out where we want to do some of our plant placement. Might be a little easier once the actual snow thaws, but until then, we can start building things potentially for, like I was saying, actually creating a room for our beer. Fermentation barrels. Let's see. Fermentation barrels. Raw into beer. Yeah. Alright, let's make a couple of these bad boys. Three should be fine. If we need to move them, we can. Because I'm not really sure which direction I should place them. Well, okay. Is there a right direction to... You know what I mean? I'm not really sure. How much beer? We need quite a bit of beer, I think. You know, everybody wants to have a good time. Alright, nice little cellar. It's like 60 degrees in there. I'm not sure what the temperature range is that it requires. I want to say it's like 40 something to 60 something. If that's the case, we can always put in an airlock in here so that it will maintain a much lower temperature. Because it will maintain in the 50s, 60s if no one messes. We'll just put some bigger, heavier doors in here. Because it's like a cellar. Okay, ideal fermentation temperature between 45 and 86 degrees. Perfect. That's wonderful. No biggie. We'll have exactly that with our fermentation barrels. Bill completed making pants. Everybody gets new pants. We're gonna have new pants. Anyways, we have survived winter, and apparently something exploded. So, thank you so much for joining me in the world of RimWorld. We have completed our survival of winter, and we are moving into spring, where we finally will have abundance of vegetables, food, and the ability to walk outside. So, thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you for the next episode of RimWorld, the Hungover series.